Welcome to the Sports Post podcast. Look what I got. I got the Utah game, the highlights of it, and this is June 11th, 2021. So, obviously, Utah won last night, and it was quite the game, but quite concerning if you're a Utah Jazz fan. Donovan Mitchell got tripped up by Paul George last night at the end of the game, and he was favoring that right leg of his. So, is he going to be okay? We have yet to find out. But no, they took a 2-0 lead last night. What happened was Rondo, and I just don't get this, but Rondo was the DNP, do not play, and Patrick Beverley, they were up by 20 points, Utah Jazz. Patrick Beverley guarded Donovan Mitchell in the second half, which allowed Clippers to get back in the game. So will Ty Lue have those same adjustments? I'm pretty sure he will. That's why they're trying to bring Boogie Cousins on board to disrupt Rudy Gobert. But that's a tough task because Utah's playing insane. Next game at the Staples Center in Clippers land, so watch out for that. I'm pretty sure that is Saturday. But the biggest news of last night was the Vegas Golden Knights defeated the Colorado Avalanche in, I think it was 6-3. So they won that series. They will go up against Montreal Canadiens, and basically on the other side you had the Islanders taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, it's I'm pretty sure that game is not on tonight, but they will get ready for that. But now you have your final four teams. So predictions, I'm going with Tampa, and I'm going with the Canadiens. It's going to be Montreal versus Tampa in the finals, and I don't know. I'm kind of riding with the Canadians on this one, so I think Montreal will do it. I think for their 24th cup, insane. So yeah, that should be good for the Canadians if that comes true, but we don't know because Vegas is a pretty hard team to beat. So in the NBA, of course, I told you Clippers lost last night. Paul George, miserable night. He ended up with 27 points, but he took so many shots last night. So he actually, needs to play a better job, needs to do a better job. Because if you think about it, yesterday, I mentioned that he does not play under pressure. And if you take a look at the bubble, something happened with him in pressure land. It's just a mental game. Like, he can't block it out. And he was in Utah, and that Utah Jazz crowd was insane last night, so he couldn't shake that off. He's going back to the Staples Center. Only thing with the Clippers is they don't play well in the Staples Center in the playoffs. So what does that mean for Game 3? I think the Jazz take it again in Game 3. Because I know that they're trying to play with an urgency, the Clippers, but something's wrong with Paul George. Rondo is not the same person because he doesn't fit well with that team. Reggie Jackson's playing well, but I'm pretty sure he's a free agent, so he's coming to life. He's a free agent at the end of the season, but I still stand by my comments. Kawhi is going to Miami. I just fully believe that. And he will play with Jimmy Butler and play under Pat Riley. I fully believe that. So, if you caught the last bit of the Brooklyn Nets game and the Milwaukee Bucks, I think it was 86-83 at that point. Kyrie Irving inbounded the ball to Bruce Brown, and Bruce Brown should have passed it up to KD, but instead he drove right to the hoop and he missed. So Fortunately for Brooklyn Nets, they got the rebound and whatnot. But yeah, it was quite the scene on Twitter and on the media. They're calling him Carlton Banks because it like that episode of Fresh Prince when he stole the ball from Will and he shot the ball and it hit the scoreboard or something. I can't remember, but like he played a phenomenal game. But that last 3 minutes, I just saw miss after miss after miss, and they should have passed it off to KD. But in all fairness, KD had the last shot, and he would have made it. He missed, but then again he had three guys on him, so it just knowing KD and his shot, he is a silent assassin, Slim Reaper. Game 4 in Milwaukee. It's gonna be tough to see. Like I know Boston took Game 3, I believe, in Boston, but the Nets came back and won the following game. But we're gonna see what happens. It got a little chippy between PJ Tucker and Kevin Durant. Don't know what was said, but supposedly they're good friends outside of basketball, but I'm not 100% sure on that. They didn't seem like it last night, but it's the playoffs, and quite frankly, it's basically every team for himself, every man for himself. Oh no, sorry, every team for himself. So that's about it for the games last night. Let's take a look at the games tonight. You have Atlanta Hawks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in Atlanta for Game 3. That series tied at 1 apiece, and Phoenix Suns visiting Denver Nuggets. Phoenix up 2-0. Like I said, we'll start with the Atlanta game. I think Atlanta takes it tonight. So 76ers got a lot of adjustments to make, but I just think this series could go for 7 games. And for as far as the Phoenix Suns games go, I fully believe that this is going to be a sweep. And for Phoenix to beat Joker, you have DeAndre Ayton playing at not at elite level, but playing at a very good level, and he's defending Joker and whatnot. So I just think that Phoenix will come out of the West, and Brooklyn Nets will come out of the East. So it is Chris Paul versus James Harden in the finals. Chris Paul's revenge against James Harden, because everybody knows James Harden got Chris Paul traded and out of Houston, and ever since that, Chris Paul's been insane. He's been a really good player. I guess they just weren't a good fit, but it's Chris Paul versus James Harden in the finals. That is a must-see, because not only do you have James Harden, you have Kyrie Irving, you have Kevin Durant, and on the other side you have DeAndre Ayton, young, up-and-coming. Then you have Devin Booker, young, up-and-coming. And then you have all the role players for Phoenix Suns. I just think that Phoenix Suns could upset the Brooklyn Nets, if possible. But it's just it's tough to see Kevin Durant losing. So wouldn't that be very interesting? Phoenix Suns versus the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA Finals. That would be something to watch. Chris Paul is playing at an elite level. I think he got like 17 points, 15 rebounds last game. He's at age 35. Would he be opting out of his contract that makes him $44 million? He is looking for a 3-year, up to $100 million deal extension. I think he deserves it. He's playing better than most 21-year-old guards. He's 35 right now, but it's Chris Paul. He's playing at a high level. It is Phoenix Suns versus Brooklyn Nets in NBA Finals. This is Jag Maggot for the Sports Post Podcast. It is June 11th, 2021.